Ashley, you got your lunch packed and you got sent on your way 3 different times this episode. Ladies, let's keep it up. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Bonnie Scotch. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I wanted to bring you a review for Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 9, episode 3. Y'all, this was yet another really good episode. I have to say, I really enjoy this. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. This was entertaining to me, okay? Now I have a lot that I want to discuss, so before we jump into the recap, go ahead and hit the like button for me. When you hit the like button, not only is it a free way to support my channel, but it is a way of letting YouTube know that I am here and that you all are rocking with my commentary. So YouTube starts to shoot my content out to other viewers just like you. But I just want to start this by saying how grateful I am for all of the new subscribers that came rolling in the last episode. Listen, shout out to Bonnie Gang, Scotch Bonnet. I am just so grateful to see so many new subscribers, to see some new people engaging down in the comments. So I just wanted to give y'all a huge shout out for that. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? Let's go ahead and review the taglines really quick. Giselle says, when the girls are away, it's time for Giselle to play. Wendy says, I quit grading, but I'm still passing judgments. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work for your personality. You're not a girl who passes judgments. You are a people pleaser. You want to go along to get along, so that doesn't really work for you. Mia says, marriage can be temporary, but ink is permanent. I don't like that. Ashley says, from kiddie pools to the dating pool, I'm ready to dive in. Girl, what? At what point have you not been dating? So what do you mean you're ready to dive in? You are fully operating out of your archetype, and I understand that you do productions bidding, so that is why you're here. So next. Stacy says, I know how to host a show and steal one too. That's okay. That's all right. We'll see if you can steal the show, Stacy. Kiarna's tagline is, I own a business, I mind my business, and I stand on business. And I think that this is the best tagline. And Karen says, darling, I am the fence and the gatekeeper. No, ma'am. All of this fence business is just, it's really old and tired. I don't like that. So we start the episode where we left off, Giselle kicking the ladies out of her event. Giselle is clinking glasses with her friends and drinking champagne. And we have a confessional where she's saying, well, why are they honoring Karen? She just hit a tree. I said, they are not going to let up. They are not going to let up on Karen, I promise you that. In any case, one of the friends that Giselle is with suggested that they go out there and get some more money, and Giselle encourages it. So Ashley, of course, she runs out with a little QR code to do this because Giselle is not going to do it. She's not stupid. Well, she... Anyway, Giselle is not going to do it. Ashley runs out there like the clown that she is, and she presents this QR code, and she's like, ladies, if you want to donate. And Jassy gets up immediately. She's like, She tells her driver, she's like, let's go. She starts to close the door on Ashley. Now, I watched this scene a bunch of times. That door closed very slowly. Okay? It barely touched Ashley. She had enough time to move out of the way and everything like that. She told Ashley, goodbye, good night, go to bed. You got bags under your eyes. Jazzy, you ate that. You ate that, my sister. Know this, Jazzy. Know that I'm rooting for you. And my thing is with Giselle is, how are you throwing this fundraising event and then you kick people out? And then you say in the confessional that you're really mad at Karen. So if you're really mad at Karen, why'd you kick them out? And then turn around and ask them for money. Then you got Ashley running after them, asking them for money. Y'all are some of the most tackiest, raggediest people that I've ever seen on TV. We have a scene where the ladies are meeting up at Stacy's house. Jazzy gets there first. They're kind of discussing the night before, and they want to know, why does Giselle have security there? These are the games that Giselle likes to play when brown skinned women are involved. Remember when she had security up there when Monique was there? Anyway, the doorbell rings and Stacy is like, oh Lord, please let it be Karen. Because of course they want to discuss, the situation with somebody who would obviously be on their side. It's Ashley at the door. So Stacy says to Ashley, what a night that was. And Ashley has the goofiest look on her face while she's saying, well, G&A had a great night. First of all, why are you not leading with an apology? For relaying the wrong information to those women, number one. Not double checking with Giselle to see if them coming at 8 o'clock would be okay. You could have saved them all time. Not only did you waste their time and give them the wrong information, but you went running after them with the QR code after they already got kicked out. And then you come in talking about, oh, well, G&A had a great night. This is why you got your ass rolled like some dice this whole entire episode. And then we have Jazzy saying, G&A, aka gangsters and alcohol, put us out like the gangsters y'all are. Jazzy, that's 2 for 2 with you, baby.
Oh, she's taking it.
That's 2 for 2, Miss Thing. Listen. I'm a little obsessed. Jazzy should have got that glass. No shade to Stacy. It's no shade. Ashley is saying gangsters and alcohol, really? And Jazzy is saying, well, that's how y'all act. She better clock it. She better clock it. Anyway, so she apologizes for closing the door on Ashley. And then you have Ashley acting like the white woman that she is. Because even though she says that she identifies as black, you're very much acting like a white woman in this moment. Talking about, oh, my arm is still sore and you shouldn't have closed the door on me. And then Jazzy is like, well, I know how the door closes. And I reenacted it. And it opens first and then it closes slowly. And Ashley's like, well, you didn't know that. The point is you didn't get hurt. And can I bring up something from the last episode that I glazed over in my notes? I guess I was just going too fast. Remember when Ashley was like how, I identify as a black woman and I was privileged enough to be raised around the black women in my family. And even though I'm lighter than them, I still identify with them. She talks about herself as though she's separate from her blackness. And then they show this picture of Ashley when she's little. She's sitting with her mom and her aunt or whoever. And she ain't that much lighter than her family. The black women in her family are light skinned. So how are you seeing yourself as so separate from them? Oh, I identify with their struggles even though I'm lighter than them. Girl, we've seen Uncle Lump. We've seen your aunt. They just as light as you. You ain't that much lighter than them, Ashley. You're around the same complexion. You're a little lighter than Sheila. A little bit, but not by that much. Girl, kaboom. Door barely touched her. So that she's acting like a white woman. She's acting like a victim in this moment. Girl. Also another thing, Ashley doesn't socialize her children around black people because ultimately she identifies as a white woman, even though culturally she was raised as a black woman. Hello? It's a choice. It's a choice. Are you a proud black woman or not? It don't matter how your kids look. Because here's the thing. Y'all have these biracial kids or white looking kids, right? And then they're raised anti-black in the home. And then they go out into the streets around other black people and they have all this weird behavior. And then they grow up and they tell these stories about, oh, black people were mean to me and dark-skinned people were mean to me. And, they didn't like me because I had light skin. No, they didn't like you because you were a fucking weirdo. Because you weren't socialized to be around black people, or you were socialized to be anti-black. Karen comes in, the women get to talking about the Inquisition party and how Karen invited the ladies last minute. And so Ashley tells Karen, well, actually, it was a bit of deflection. And Karen tells Ashley, well, you want to talk about deflection because anytime your husband was going around pinching butts, what did you do? I said, get her, Karen. Get her. That's the second time you got packed up. And it served you right. Now, two things can be true at the same time. Okay? Two things are true at the same time. Ashley, you are not one to talk about deflection. The way you were acting about Michael's sexual harassment claims. And the real reason that he's probably not around is that Bravo told you, don't bring that motherfucker around. Because he's dangerous and he's a liability. But you make them good money because you're a messy bitch. So we're going to keep you. But don't bring that motherfucker around here. That's probably what actually happened. It's not that Michael doesn't want to be seen on camera. He's embarrassed. He's embarrassed because he knows what he did. And he wasn't able to get away with it any longer. Ashley is right that, Karen, you could have hurt somebody. So it is what it is. Ashley tells Karen to worry about whether or not she's going to be doing jail time. Karen feels like it's a low blow, girl. It is what it is. Again, you're not the victim in this situation. And here's the thing. Can I say this? I have always felt like people who drive drunk are irresponsible in a way that is it's almost like you intentionally are trying to harm somebody. That's how I think of drunk drivers. I don't play about that. It's not something that I take lightly, and I'm not going to go easy on Karen just because I like her. What you did was crazy and stupid. Anyway, we have a scene with Kiarna and her mom. Also, we get introduced to her fiance. There's not a whole lot going on with this scene aside from her mom pressuring her into marriage. Next up, we have a scene with Giselle and her twins who are going off to the prom. I guess I didn't realize that Grace and the twins were that close in age. But in any case, it was a cute scene. Jamal comes and he walks in. And Jamal's outfit was absolutely atrocious. I don't care if it is Gucci. Next up, we have this sync with Ink and Mia. Mia is saying that sometimes she and Ink rent out an Airbnb because Gordon pops up randomly for coffee. Just tell the nigga don't come around unannounced. What is so hard about that? Y'all going and spending money when y'all could just not answer the door? Or tell him to go away? Mia never makes sense to me, but whatever. So then Jacqueline comes walking in with her two kids. We have a confessional where Jacqueline she looks stunning. She looks amazing. That is one of the best confessionals that I've ever seen. Beautiful. Oh my God. Jacqueline, she knows she ate that confessional. I ain't gonna hold y'all. She tore that up. But in any case, we have this, see, I said something nice and I'm gonna get to dragging her in a second. Jacqueline says that Ink and Mia were pretty wild together when they were growing up, and she thought it was weird that whenever they split up, he was actually asking her out. Now, the first thing I want to know is, does Mia know this? And I want to know also, why are you telling us? Aren't y'all supposed to be friends? Aren't y'all supposed to be on the mend? See, women who weaponize men against you are birds in real life. I meant that in a derogatory sense, by the way. Not in the cutesy, fun way that we use bird. I don't see how a real friendship could flourish here if you are taking digs about her and her man behind the scenes, even if it is true. Which, if it is, we'll, address that as we come to it. But what was the reason to tell this? Remember last year, or it could have been the year before, whenever Jacqueline and Mia got into it, and Jacqueline was like, oh, something about you need some dick. You were bringing up Gordon's erectile dysfunction issues, and it's like, you went low, and then Mia went lower. I can't remember what Mia said back, but it's like, you take these digs, and then when Mia responds to you, it's going to be a bigger issue. This was weird. Jacqueline and Mia give frenemies, and they give, there is some competitive nature within their friendship, and competition doesn't work in a real friendship anyway. I don't know. It's just, this whole setup is just weird. Also, I get the feeling that Mia and Jacqueline are just holding on to this friendship because they've known each other essentially since high school. Like, it's not really grounded in anything authentic or real, because if Jacqueline is quick to jump up and say this in a confessional, it's like, girl, what? Ink is asking Jacqueline why she calls her child's father PP, and she says it stands for peaceful parenting or something like that. I can't remember. She says it's also because he has a big PP. Like, why do you have to be inappropriate? Like, why was that necessary to say? That's so weird. Because remember when the ladies were asking at Karen's attitude party, like, did she and Ink mess around? And it's all that weirdness about whether or not she and Gordon messed around. I'm like, girl, now you're bringing up, like, your baby father's dick around Mia and Ink. It's too close. It's too familiar. It's too much. It's too much going on. Anyway, Ink says to Jacqueline's baby father that the princesses look just like him. And then he says he tried to deny them. So you're out of order and disgusting too, because why would you say that? Anyway, so we have Stacy meeting up at the gym with TJ, who is her lover. This is the man who is a devout Christian and doesn't want to have sex until marriage. Y'all, I took one look at TJ when he came on my screen. I looked at his energy, his body language, his countenance. Who's going to tell her? Or maybe she already knows. I'm getting the sense that she already knows, and I'm going to touch on that in a second. When I say who's going to tell her, I mean this. For my new watchers out there, my new subscribers, I am a proud member of the LGBT community, okay? I know my people when I see them. I'm seldom wrong about this. Do you understand what I'm saying? He is giving that he is a part of my community. And it's no shade. It's no shade. But we're not going to play this game. It's giving beard. Because the way they hugged, the way they embraced, well, she tried to embrace him and he kind of recoiled in his body language and then went in for an embrace with the trainer. I said, well then, listen, Stacy is an avoidant personality. There are certain things that she is willing to overlook. One of the biggest things that she's willing to overlook is her blackness, her connection to her blackness. You raised out of Detroit, you have a biracial child. The child knows how to speak Spanish, and of course they know how to speak German because their father is German. But Spill It Boy TV said this in his review. How come she don't know how to speak Ebonics? That baby needs to know how to speak Ebonics. Hello? So not only is she avoiding her blackness, she is avoiding that this man is not even attracted to her. I don't know if they have some type of deal worked out where it's like, let's, play out this divorce and let's get married and, whatever. Maybe he's not ready to come. See, I'm already speaking like we know that this man is LGBT, but it's not giving that. It's not giving. He could be bisexual. I don't know what his deal is, but he's just not that into you, right? And Stacy, I need you to get with the program. So then we have the producers asking Stacy, is he a virgin? Now, did y'all clock this? Stacy says he has been intimate with other partners and that he doesn't want to be intimate with a woman unless it's his wife. So maybe she does know that he plays for the other team and she's just willing to go along with it so that she can say she has a husband, so that she can say she has someone in her life. And maybe they really are friends and this is just the agreement, the arrangement that they came up with so that he can maintain his facade for the public and go and do his thing on the side. Listen, People have all kinds of arrangements. People have all kinds of arrangements, okay? I understand that you all are not having sex, but does no sex mean no affection at all? No hand holding, no kissing, no making out? I understand not having sex, but like, are we not gonna intensely make out for hours either? I don't really understand what's going on here. Something that Stacy mentions is that she's been on all these boards in DC and all of this stuff, and I'm like, how is it that your daughter is not socialized around black people and you have been in DC all this time? That is so weird. So weird. Anyway, I am seeing through this facade that she has with TJ. I'm seeing right through it. Then we have a scene with Ink and Mia. We learn that this is her 4th place that she's been in. Sounds like a very unstable lifestyle for the children, to be honest. A lot of changes that you are putting them through unnecessarily. And, you know, you and Gordon had a multi-million-dollar business with that chiropractor stuff that he was doing with his family. So why did y'all have to move so often? You really didn't. You are putting these children through all of these unnecessary changes. All of this stuff about the paternity. And then recently she posted something on Instagram calling Gordon a predator and saying that he groomed her. Now, obviously, if they are like 30 years apart in age or 40 years apart in age and they met when she was 19, of course he definitely groomed her. But at the same time, this is Jeremiah and Juju's father. Did you have that conversation? Did you have that discussion with them before airing that out? Because their dynamic with their father is going to change now. And listen, I'm not sticking up for Gordon or anything like that. Like, it's fuck Gordon. I'm not sticking up for him, but what I'm saying is, like, the children are the ones being put through all of these changes. So anyway, we learned that Mia was looking up Karen's name and her case, of course. Then we have a scene with Giselle, Ashley, Jazzy, Wendy, and Stacy. Giselle wants to get to know the ladies outside of Karen because she feels as though the ladies are under Karen's spell. No, it's just that Karen is actually more likable than you, Giselle. Now, Jazzy is my kind of girl. Immediately, Jazzy tells Giselle that she was happy that she greeted her in a loving kind of manner because compared to the last time they saw each other, it was something completely different. Giselle owned it and she apologized. I want to point out something too that I noticed with this. Oh, I apologize. Apologizing and being sorry are 2 different things. So I just want to say that. But anyway, she apologizes and they were able to move on. Giselle is, talking to Stacy and she's like, I know you have, a kid, so on and so forth. And she's explaining her divorce situation to the ladies. And so then Ashley jumps up with, oh yeah, she has a friend that she's seeing. And Stacy is like, well, girl, why are you telling my business? I said, whack her again. Now, it's not that it was a secret with her and TJ. It's my business to tell. It's not your business to tell, Ashley. I'm loving this energy. Y'all know I am here for the packing up of Ashley Pennywise Darby. The ladies are in alignment. The ladies are in formation. And then Ashley's like, well, I didn't know that it was tea to spill. What don't you get about it wasn't your business to tell? Sometimes it's okay to shut your mouth. This is the 3rd time in this episode we have somebody packing Ashley up. We have Jassy, we have Karen, and now we have Stacy. Keep it up, ladies. Stacy, you got a point back in my book for that. I'm already side-eyeing you for all of this. Oh, my ex-husband is a proud German. That's why the daughter knows German. But you're not a proud black woman. I didn't hear you say that. Anyway, next up, we have the ladies meeting up for this girls' trip to Lake Norman, North Carolina, where Mia grew up, apparently. And then we have Mia asking Karen in the car, are you okay? I heard about this court case. It's on the internet. She's feigning concern. She wants to be nosy. But she's saying that Karen hasn't even owned this yet. And she's right. Me is absolutely right. You haven't even owned it. You haven't even said I was wrong and I did this, and I need to figure some things out. I mean, listen, I went over the case. I went over the article from People Magazine just yesterday. Check out that video if you haven't already. But Karen, you were out of order and there's no getting out of this. So that was the episode, y'all. Go ahead and hit the like button on your way out for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Get down in the comments with me. I want to hear what y'all think. And I will see y'all for the next one. Peace.